Hey guys, we're looking now at this question around here. I'll change my pen to a black pen. Okay, so the net weekly wages of labourers are $730, $490, $600, $440, $490, blah 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 blah. Use your calculator to show that. The mean wage is $550. Well, what type of a question is this when they already give you the answer? Well, it's the type of question where it is actually pretty difficult to do because, okay, obviously the mean wage is easy to do. You can add all these up and then divide by how many there are, and then you get the answer. However, question B, the standard deviation is $117.26. It's impossible. Okay, it's not impossible to do without a calculator, but it is very hard. All right, so what I'm going to do for you today, and the reason why I'm using Screencast-O-Matic and why the sound might not be as good as it usually is so as I can use this calculator on my computer. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is press your on button. The second thing I'd like you to do is go mode. You will get either computer and stat, and some people getting verify if. Now, those guys who have verify if are using a +2. Alright, so we're going to press 2 to put it into statistics mode, and you'll get this big list of things. Alright, to be honest, I don't really know exactly what this big list of things. I think it has to do with correlations. We're not going to worry about it. We're just going to go to one variables. So press 1, and you should get this. Now, just so as a further reference, in case you're wondering if you have a frequency table, you might want to press Shift, then press Mode, which gets you to setup. Go down, and you have statistics. Now this is different to the previous one because we're changing the mode or the settings on statistics, so the frequency on or off. I'm going to turn it on. Not that it makes any difference. You can see we're in statistics mode still because I'm up here. Shift 1, type. I've already told you what type of data I'm going to do. 2, data. I want to start entering in my data. And you can see here I've got a frequency and an X or a score column. Now the frequency, I'm not going to use it because I don't need it. You can see here all my scores are single sets. So I'm just going to start typing in 730 equals 490 equals 600 equals 440 equals. And I'm going to keep doing this for all the different scores. Now you might notice that my frequency is 1, and that's okay. Now if you make it, here's a good thing to learn. If you make a mistake, you press the up button, you press delete, and then you type it in the correct answer, so 490. This is what happens when you talk and you try and type. Equals. Okay, so you can see there I've set up, put in 8 scores. Let me just count that to make sure I haven't missed anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Brilliant. Alright, so the next thing you do, and a lot of people think, oh, what do I do now? You press the AC button, and that stands for all clear, which means I'm all clear, I'm all done. Now I know some people say, oh, if you press all clear, oh, it's deleted. No, it's not deleted. They've been saved into your computer, or sorry, into your calculator. Now, we need to get statistical information. I go Shift and I go 1. You might notice there's stat on top of 1. Alright, so I've already told you that I'm doing 1 variables. I've already put in the data, and I don't want to add them up. I want to get different variables for this data. And what I mean by variables is variable of n, that's the number of scores, and if I press n, I'll press 1, I should get 8 because there are 8 scores. Okay, so that's working at least. Shift 1. I go back to 4 for variables, and X with a line on top. Now that means the average, or the other word for average, the mean. Okay, so going back over to here, I'll go 2, and that gets me X with a line on top, or the mean. That is equal to 550, so that's done. And going back now, Shift 1, variables again. Now I've got this is dx and that's sx. Now that's the standard deviation and that's for a population, and that's the one we always use. We always use the first one. Here, SX, that's the sample standard deviation, and in the new syllabus, we don't need to worry about it at all. So whenever you see two things that look like they could be standard deviation, you always pick the first one. Another thing to remember, if it's written n minus 1, that is also sample standard deviation, which means that we do not use it. We only use population standard dev. Okay, so let's see if it works. 3 equals 117.26, so 26 cents, and we're done. Thanks, guys.